Well, good morning everyone. My name is Alex. Welcome back to Broken Pines Farm. This morning, some maintenance, overdue, long overdue. Some of the stuff fell from the windstorms a year and a half ago, plus the ice storm we had in late winter, early spring, because it is blocking access to some of the bigger trees for the Christmas trees. Some of our customers do like the big, untouched, natural looking trees. So we're gonna clear access back to that. I was debating between yesterday and today to work outside. I looked at the forecast weather-wise. Yesterday there was a chance of rain, so I decided to do work in the house and then today outside. But today, winter is really here. I think it's minus 12 degrees Celsius with the wind chill, which is about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how the tractor wants to start in these conditions. All right. That wasn't terrible. And that's my bad. I left it at high idle last time I shut it off. We can see we got some white smoke here as the tractor warms up. As per the manual, between this range of temperature, I think we have to let it idle for about 5 minutes because the hydraulic fluid is used in the HSE transmission. And it says it needs to reach a certain operating temperature for it to be safe. Because I know if it's like minus 25 Celsius, which I'm guessing is getting pretty cold in Fahrenheit. I'm sorry, I don't know the conversion. You have to let it idle for almost 20 minutes before you're good to go. So what I'll do is I'll start getting my stuff, chainsaws, traps, all the equipment ready to do some maintenance, and then we'll go get the tractor. All right, here we are near the pond. We can see I have the tractor attached with the trailer, and this mess that is this Manitoba maple, it's stuck right now in what looks to be in a young oak. And Manitoba maple is such a crap wood. It's no good as firewood. It's no good as nothing. It's very weak, grows crooked, and it loves to break off. There's a bunch of widowmakers up top there, so I'm trying to not stand underneath it while I'll be working. I usually have music playing in my ears when I'm working outside using the chainsaw, but today no music because I want to be able to hear. Thankfully, it's not super windy today as opposed to yesterday. So the goal is to clean up everything here because we have some red pine. This is a red pine plantation on that side. And on this side over here, there's about 4 or 5 rows of spruce and firs that some people last year, they bought a couple of one of those. So I want to clear easy access. And mostly Manitoba maple. Some aspens were pushed over, but we'll see what we can do. I'll chip what I can chip, and I'll just leave on the side what I have to leave on the side. Some of these trunks I might use as material from our garden beds for next spring. All right, let's get started. So I just cleared a really nice channel. There were a lot of hanging branches and broken branches in this area that kept hitting the tractor, so that's all gone. It was mostly conifer, so I didn't want to keep those wood chips, so I left them there. I don't find that they make as nice wood chips as hardwood. So now onto this mess. And I forget, the cold and the batteries don't play nice together, so I'll put you guys on a time lapse on the GoPro as I'm cutting this up, getting ready to chip. I'll make a nice big chip pile. And to be honest, I only need to clear this area here so I can have nice access. But if you look over there, there's another big giant mess. But the thing I don't want to do is I don't want to start felling those kind of cranky and dangerous looking trees by myself. So I'll leave that alone for now because the trees I want are right over there. So I'll just get rid of these guys here. Clean that up, and we're gonna have some nice access. Hopefully the batteries last. Be right back. Look at this gold for me. Woo! It looks like gold. Love it. Hee-hee. All right. Beautiful, nice and clean. That took what, about 2 hours? And completely filled up my cart full of exquisite wood chips for me. And everything was okay. Let me flip you around and show you this mess. All right, so we have a little oak here. And if you see at the fork around here, the Manitoba maple is like stuck in between those forks. So to fall that tree, I'm gonna have to unfortunately get rid of that because I can't climb it. And to be honest, look at how crooked it grows. It is so inherently weak, just because of all the junctions and angles, and it's not a great wood. It was a lot more pleasant to get rid of the aspen, which is the same thing as this one here that's been down for about a year, because it grows straighter, it has nicer curves, I can force more through the chipper, versus that stuff where I had to cut a lot more manually and move a lot more pieces. And it's a lot slower when you're by yourself versus when you have a helper. I'm probably not going to touch that. That makes amazing habitat for small mammals. There were clearly tracks here. You can see the weeds and grasses there got kind of squished down, and you can see there was a path weaving. So something has been walking around here. I'm sure maybe a bit of habitat in here, but I need access to this, whereas this can stay like that. So we're gonna let the mammals go back in here instead of in my path. Now there is still that giant mess to take care of. I'll probably end up cutting down almost every single Manitoba maple in here. And look at the angle of those aspens. That one's broken in half completely. Those are also broken and they're just resting in the maple. So those will need to go. And there's a couple over there that bent last time we had a massive ice storm, and they're on the verge of falling and they're kind of on the path. So I'll have to take care of those eventually. This is what we were trying to get access to. So this is the red pine plantation. If you haven't watched it, go check out that video. Lots of info in there. And this was planted to be harvested eventually. And my guesstimation is about 3 acres for the plantation. There's probably around 12,000 trees in here. So either every fourth or third row, I haven't decided yet, you cut the whole row. And that frees up nutrients and access to sunlight through the trees that are not cut. So if I cut this row and leave these 2 rows, that means both have access to the sun on each side, and they'll grow faster and taller to eventually be harvested for lumber. Ooh, look at all these pine cones. I'm gonna have to come back and grab these for the Christmas wreath. All these beautiful pine cones. I've been harvesting pine cones with Camille for the last couple of days. The problem is, once she finds pine cones, she doesn't want to give them up. She wants to keep them. It's adorable. So yeah, we have some massive 15-footers or more in this area. They're very, very packed together, so they're not all doing well. Mostly spruce. And I can see there an aspen broke and fell and stuff. But there's a couple trees here that last year some people bought, and they're growing nice and tall. So I wanted to open access again. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Sorry, my mouth is getting frozen. Working outside keeps me warm, but my face is frozen. So I'm having a hard time enunciating, which I already have a hard time with in English. If you made it that far in the videos, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.